Hello and welcome to another trip report. I'm at Stockholm-Bromma airport here in Sweden. Today I'm taking an afternoon flight operated by CityJet on behalf of Brussels Airlines between here and Brussels National Airport. This flight was originally due to be operated by a Sukhoi Superjet 100, but for some reason today, perhaps because of a technical mishap, this aircraft was replaced by an Avro RJ85. It's always a real privilege to fly one of the RJ85s. There are not many left and I'm still going to enjoy this flight. Anyway, come with me and we'll see what it's like. Okay, so I'm just airside in the departure lounge here at Bromma Airport. The weird thing about the lounge that you just saw, the BRA lounge, is that it's actually before security, which is very unusual in most European airports. In most airports they are airside, where there tends to be more room than landside. Here at Bromma it tends to be the other way around. The departure hall is pretty small, which is why I guess they've had to put it landside. Anyway, my flight is delayed by about 1 hour and 10 minutes at the moment. I've been tracking it inbound on Flight Radar 24. Unfortunately, it's delayed. It's going to compress my connection in Brussels. I'm heading off to London after this. I'll still get to where I'm going. It's just I'd prefer not to have a short connection. But anyway, let's just wait it out and see what happens. Thank you.
Hello. Hiya.
Welcome aboard to Brussels Airlines flight to Brussels. We kindly ask you to take a seat that is indicated on your boarding pass. Remove smaller items and place them under the seat in front of you. If you are seated in the first row or emergency exit. I thought you just pushed them up. I think they didn't know. You want to have it under the seat?
Today is that all around the area of Brussels and Amsterdam a fairly significant storm passed through the area this morning, and it caused all sorts of disruption, aircraft having to fly to other airports they didn't want to go to, very strong winds and accompanied by some heavy rain showers, just caused all sorts of delays going into all the major airports around Northern Europe. So we got held up in that queue. I do apologise for that. The cabin crew have done a marvellous job preparing the aircraft just as soon as possible, and we're just waiting for the last bit of fuel to be put onto the aircraft before away. We'll be taxiing off taking off towards the south with a right turn up to 34,000 feet, and because of the strong winds we're looking at a flight time of 2 hours and 20 minutes. Hopefully some shortcuts we'll be able to improve on that. So please accept our sincere apologies, and we'll be on the way just as soon as we can, and I'll bring you up to date with more details once we're up in the cruise. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding today.
Is in a pocket beneath your seat. Remove the jacket and place it over your head. Tie the long tapes around your waist as the crew are now demonstrating. Do not inflate the life jacket inside the cabin. Only when
Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Have a nice evening. Thank you.
As I'm sure you can tell, I haven't filmed this on the same day that I travel, so this is a bit of a different closing spiel from me today. What actually happened on that flight was I did miss my connection back to London as I expected to. Brussels Airlines representatives were on hand at the gate as we got off the aircraft. Those of us that had connections were proactively offered boarding passes onto the next flight home. Unfortunately, the next flight back to London was 5 hours after my initial scheduled flight, so that was a big old delay for me, unfortunately. However, I did get home. Now, although the delay was weather related and therefore not really CityJet's or Brussels Airlines' fault, the regulations in Europe say they have to provide care for passengers who are delayed by extended periods of time. So not only did I get my connection back home, but I also got a €25 voucher to spend on dinner in Brussels airport, which of course was very welcome. But they do have to offer that under the regulations. I'm going to pop a link to an explainer site about delay regulations in Europe in the pinned comment that I'm going to put at the top of the comment section on this video. Overall, not a particularly great experience. I was obviously disappointed that the Sukhoi Superjet S100 didn't operate that flight due to a last-minute aircraft change, and I was obviously disappointed to miss my flight home. It stuck about another 5 hours onto my schedule. However, these things do happen, and in over 150 uploads, that's the first really serious delay that's caused me to miss a connection, so I'm not too disappointed at the end of the day. I'll get a chance to do Brussels Airlines / CityJet Sukhoi Superjet S100 on a future trip report. I have that penciled in for around about September. Hope to confirm the details soon via my other social media channels. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, subscribe, and of course share my video. Oh, and if you're wondering about the homeless guy look with the beard, I'm just growing it out at the moment until I trim it back into something a bit more manageable. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.